tuning in. If you guys are watching YouTube, I appreciate it as well. I got all my handles right here. Like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube, Twitch, and then I recently added the TikTok handle to it as well. We're gonna start going live on Twitch and TikTok. Maybe we'll switch it up to YouTube and TikTok, but I'm gonna stay on TikTok because I got a lot of followers on there, and I can go live, so I'm gonna keep that on there. Once again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got a special guest, Javerius Mcguinn. I just posted his reel not too long ago, so I'm gonna let Javerius kind of talk about a little bio about himself, give his little introduction. So,
For sure, bro. Appreciate you having me on, Sammy. This is just a super dope experience, bro.
of
Just
course,
you know, uh, see you trying to inspire the young bulls. Us both being unks now,
yes, sir.
but yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm JV Javerius Mcguinn. All MIAA kick returner corner for Missouri Western State in 2024. I'm a four year starter for the good old Griffons, man. So glad to be on here though.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, and if y'all didn't know, JV had the longest kick return in history at Missouri Western. 107-yard kick return to the house, to the crib ski. It was crazy. It was a crazy game against Missouri Southern. So, yeah, it was
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Um, all right, JV, we kind of talked about it a little bit. When you were in high school, you were actually playing receiver. You come into college, you play in the MIAA, and you start playing as corner. So, kind of go into what it was like transitioning not only from high school to college, but transitioning from receiver to cornerback as you're going from high school to college.
Interesting enough, bro. I'm kind of like honestly, kind of like a Swiss Army knife in a way. So I'm gonna just start my freshman year of high school. I actually played running back my freshman year of high school. On the freshman team, and then as I progressed and I moved up, sophomore year, I moved up to varsity, played a little bit of slot receiver. I didn't really play too much defense, but special teams has always been in my bag. So I
Mm-hmm.
played special teams all throughout high school too. So sophomore year, got moved up, started playing slot receiver, played those special teams. Junior year of high school, that's really where I took my leaps and my strides at receiver. Started playing slot and a little bit of XZ
Yeah.
type stuff, and like I said, special teams still. And it wasn't until senior year that I played both ways and started both ways. Technically, all three ways. If you want to talk about special teams, but my best offers coming out of high school were all at corner, which is kind of like the crazy part because if you go look at my film, you can go look my name up, Javerius Mcguinn on Huddle, a little promo. But
Oh yeah.
if you go look me up, my junior film in high school, it was mostly all like receiver clips, and that's what I got recruited off of. And I got a call from Missouri Western. I was like, "Who are these guys?" But they wanted me to come in at MIAA and play corner, something I've never played before. And I mean, me and you have been in high school, bro.
Yeah.
Unless you go to the elite programs, you're not playing like press man. You're not doing that. You're
Yeah.
running a lot of cover three in high school, some cover two in high school, and if you do play man, you're playing like 4 to 5 yards off. So it's like
Yeah.
soft man. But honestly, once I got the call, bro, I was really scared. I was like, this is crazy. Like I had a couple PWOs at receiver, but I just wanted to take a scholarship. I wanted to take that
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. And when Coach Gons, shout out Gonzo, he gave me that call, man. He was like, "We really think you could do special things here in the MIAA," and I was like,
Yeah.
"You know what, man? This is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and take it." But it was different, bro. Playing press man corner against like some really good talent in the MIAA. I know we'll get into that a little bit later, but
Mm-hmm.
man, that was tough, dog. Definitely had my worst game ever where I let up 2 touchdowns against Missouri Southern my sophomore year. That's a game I'll never forget because it
Mm-hmm.
was just like that was literally my worst game I've ever played. But that's the life of a corner, bro. So
Yeah.
the transition was tough, but at the end of the day, I think I made the best of it, and I made a pretty good career out of it at Missouri Western.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, man. You got MIAA Honorable Mention. You got a bunch of stats, a bunch of accolades. I mean, I think you did really good. I think also too how you were saying about that one game that was really bad. Being a corner, you got to be able to flush. You got to be able to
Mm,
flush any position in DB really, even safety. Like you got to be able to flush those bad plays. And I think even if something ever did happen, you were able to flip that switch, flush it, and then go on to the next thing. And I think you did a great job of that, man. So,
Right,
um,
right.
you're mentioning how we're gonna talk a little bit about MIAA, the matchups with different schools versus corner and receiver. So my next question for you is basically, when you're playing in MIAA as corner, what was it like going up against all these different teams in this conference as a cornerback? Going up against the UCM, Northwest, UCOs, Kearney, all these different schools. What was it like, going up against these different schools as a corner?
Yeah, so I was definitely tapped in when you talked to Trey Holmes a couple weeks back, but man, he said it right, bro. It's a gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even matter what coach we had. The scouting report, it was like, hey, this team got some cats. This team, they got some dogs. This team, like it didn't matter who we were playing, and even
Yeah.
like the pushovers, like like Lincoln and maybe even Northeastern, you know, they weren't competing for an MIAA championship every year, but they still had some dogs, man. So it was like every single week you had to get your mind right and buckle up because every team got dogs, man. And just to be specific, I think UCM, man, when they hit the portal and they got a bunch of like D1 bounce backs.
Oh yeah.
You got 6'4", 6'5" people on the outside. That's physical. They'll go up there and get a jump ball over you, and then you got in the slots. They got some workers, man. They could go. You know, so it was tough, dog. MIAA ain't no joke, and
Nope.
being in it, I could definitely see how it could be regarded as one of the best D2 conference, if not the best D2 conference, because it's just there's dogs on every single team, man. It didn't matter who we were playing.
Yeah.
And the preparation for them, bro, we had to watch film. You had to watch tendencies, or else if you didn't, bro, you're gonna be cooked out there on that field for sure, for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. I'm biased. I think that it is the hardest conference just because of all the teams, man. Like, if we were to like spread out the teams at the different conferences, man, I mean, it would change. It would change each, because Ferris States, they got that, what is the GLIAC, like they always up there. Them and
Mm.
what is it, Grand Valley State. It's just
Yep.
those two, right?
Yep.
Harding. It's really just that school in that conference, and then like with NSIC, it's really only NSU, or it's maybe Sioux Falls,
Mankato.
or yeah, Mankato. It's between
Mm.
those. But like in the MIAA, man, you got UCM, you got Northwest, you got UCO, you got Missouri Western, you got Pitt State. Can't forget Pitt State. You even got even Kearney, and I guess Northern State, uh, Oklahoma. They're not in no more. They're independent, I guess now. After the new staff got in there, but I mean, even after they got the new staff, I mean, they're a force to be reckoned with now. When they got that new
Right.
staff, when we played them from the 2 years that we played them before, waxing them by like 3-4 touchdowns, we won by 1 point, like 3 points in
Yeah. Yeah.
24 or 25. I can't even remember which season it was. But as soon as that new staff got there, it was like 1 point, 3 point. Like it was a
Yeah.
one possession type game, one possession type deal. There's
And the thing
no,
is,
yeah,
bro,
no day
the thing
off.
is, I don't know if you remember, but their head coach that took over, he actually coached at Northwest.
That's right.
Like he
That's right.
he used
Yeah.
to he used to coach at Northwest, so that's MIAA, bro. He knew what it took to win. He knew what players you need to recruit, bro. It's just like that MIAA pedigree that you have, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. There's some good ball players, some good coaches for
Yeah,
sure.
man. All across the board, anywhere you look, um, it's competition from Moso to Pitt to everybody. It's gonna be a dogfight, and you gotta win. That's the end goal. All right, so after asking all these questions, next we're gonna talk a little bit about what you did post college career, because you got blessed with the opportunity to do some stuff with professional athletes, and not a lot of us have gotten that opportunity. So kind of go into detail of what it was like when after you did the pro day, and then when you went to the camp, the mini camp that you got invited to. Kind of just go through that whole process with us.
For sure, bro. So just want to say shout out to Vikings, bro. It was super dope experience. Super dope experience. But a little backstory, I guess, bro. So playing corner. it's kind of hard to see if a corner has a good game or a bad game unless he has a stat. So I only ended up with one career interception in my 4 year career as a Griffin. But honestly, I think I think if you really look at the film, I shut down my half of the field. Whenever I got thrown at, bro, I was on an island, man, and the
Mm-hmm.
receivers were on JV Island, bro.
JV
I
Island.
feel like I really did shut down my side of the field,
Yeah.
bro, and I didn't feel myself with as much confidence I should have. So like just going off of that, I just only having one interception. I kind of was doubting myself like through training and stuff like that. And I remember asking, some of my coaches, I was like, hey, like, is this realistic? Like, are these dudes really gonna have a shot? Like, what's really going on? And
Mm-hmm.
I think I was comparing myself to other people I was training with. I got an all MIAA honorable mention, and
Mm-hmm.
not to like say that that's not really anything because it's more than other people have gotten, but it's like the dudes I was training with, they were like first team, second team, even third team. So,
Yeah.
and that means a lot. That holds a lot of weight, especially in MIAA, man. That means you're one of the best players in one of the best D2 conferences. So, um, just didn't have a lot of confidence, but honestly, I ended up hitting uh, 429 in one of my training sessions on the 40. And after that, I was kind of like, okay, well, if I'm running something like this, I was
Mm-hmm.
comparing myself to some of the dudes in the combine. I was like, I would have been top 10, top five in the combine
Oh
if I
yeah.
ran that time. So,
That's
um,
ridiculously fast.
yeah. So I ended
Yeah.
up getting a pro day, bro. And, everybody asked me, like, what happened, JB, what happened, and stuff like that. I still don't know my official time, but I'm going to definitely be honest, bro. That was a huge moment because it's just like there's a scout from every single team. And it's like, wow,
Yeah.
this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So I definitely got nervous and I definitely had like some sort of muscle tension. So I don't think I ran the best 40. Like I said, I don't really know my official time. I think I ran like a low 4.4 because I was still turning heads. Because I remember like crossing the line when I was running my 40, and then like you could just see scouts doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like what? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a D2. It's like D2 guys, so they're kind of like whatever. These
Yeah.
guys. It's an opportunity, but it's not real. But got past that, man, and I ended up making it through the 40. And got to the drills. I actually jumped a 10-10 on my broad jump. And then I jumped a 38.5 on my vert. So, I put up some pretty good numbers and thought it was good enough. Found an agent after that. And next was the draft, bro. And, I didn't think I was going to get signed or anything like that. Not like that. Like, I don't think I had that crazy of a career, but it was
Mm-hmm.
like I thought I was going to at least get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Day after the draft passes, 2 days after the draft passes. It's almost a week after the draft passes, and I didn't really get no attention or anything like that. And I was kind of ready to be done. I was like, wow, okay, well, it was a good career and stuff like that. But then 4 days after the draft ended, my agent called me. He was like, "Hey, you might want to pick up this next call." And I was like,
Okay.
"Okay, okay, we cooking." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there was a Viking scout that had been messing with me ever since she like came to our campus, and I talked to her a couple of times, been on the phone with her, and she called me up. She was like, "Hey, how you want to come to Minnesota for a rookie mini camp?" I was like, "Bro, I would love to." And just like getting that call, bro, it just felt so great because it's like your hard work, the process that you have finally paid off, and
Oh yeah.
honestly, bro, um, it's just a cool experience, man. Just to be treated like an NFL player for literally 3 days. I know it was only 3 days, but they treated it just like fall camp. We woke up, ate breakfast, had meetings, did a little bit of training, um, went out to practice, ate, meetings. You know how fall camp is. Like it was just
Literally,
like that.
yeah.
Like
It's literally like college, but
just
like
like that.
these guys getting paid for it.
Oh
Like,
yeah, oh yeah, for sure, bro. But like I said, bro, honestly, it didn't end up the way that I really wanted it to. They actually
yeah.
ended up switching my position. They wanted me to play nickel, and kind of after she told me I was going to play nickel, which I've never played before, I was like, yeah, okay, well, this was fun, like
Yeah.
this is cool, and I just started
Yeah.
enjoying myself out there. But I was hip flipping the wrong way. I wasn't dropping to the right depth. It was like I was just out there having fun, bro, at
Yeah.
that point. But yeah, bro. Long story short, it was just a super dope experience, man, and I made it a lot further than some of the people I played with, and even some of the coaches that coached me. So it was, like I
Oh
said,
yeah.
bro, it was just a super dope experience. I was just blessed to be in that position in general, man, for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, and you got to touch the grass. Like when people say go outside, go touch grass. Like you got to touch that grass that those professional guys was on, practice on, trained on, and all that. And you got to kind of experience that and see what it was like, even though it didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. I mean, at least you knew that you had what it takes to even just get that recognition, just to like get that foot, halfway through that door, and that should say a
Yeah,
lot about not only you but kind of your journey throughout football, throughout your football career. Going from high school and you're at a D2, but you're still doing what you're supposed to be doing there. You're making a name for yourself. You're turning heads, and you're still doing the most you can in order to get to that furthest goal. Which is great. And then it shows other people like scouts gonna do their job. They gonna find talent anywhere. If there's talent that needs to be found, even if it's not at Alabama, even if it's not at Florida State, they
right,
gonna find it regardless. So,
right,
um,
right.
I think that's great, man. Um, and then another question I'll ask you. So I ask all my guests this. So, what is a piece of advice that you would give to a younger DB or younger cornerback that maybe they're transitioning from high school to college? Maybe they're in college and they're struggling already. What is just a piece of advice that you give to them?
Honestly, bro, I love this question because I've been out the game for about like a year now, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot that I would definitely change, man. And just sitting back now, one of the first things, bro, I would be a sponge, man. Like you got to understand that college ball is different than high school. Nobody cares what you did in high school, bro. A lot of
Nope.
people won't tell you that though, bro. It's like even some of our teammates had debates. They're like, "Oh yeah, my high school would have beat you. My high school would have beat you."
Oh yeah.
We're all at the same college now, bro. Like
No
it's
doubt.
cool to sit there and debate that, but like at the same time, bro, everybody was the best in their area. Everybody was, all state in their area or all conference in their area, bro.
Yeah.
But honestly, bro, leave your ego at the door. First of all, you haven't done nothing yet. Uh, and be a sponge, man. Ask as many questions as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's an old head, like ask an old head. And I'm gonna just shout out Kobe Cummings, man. He was a safety that I walked into, and I chop it up with him a lot. Just talking ball. Shout out Sam Webb too.
Oh yeah.
I chop it up with them, bro. Just they had been there before, and they've been in that spot. And I think some of these youngins need to understand that, bro. Don't be afraid to talk to these dudes. Like they were in your spot at one point, and just be a sponge, man. Soak up any sort of information that you can, whether it's about ball, whether it's about life, even too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's life outside of football too. I think that's something to remember as well, so you don't get so caught up in what football is, But bro, hit the weights hard. You gonna come in and you might be undersized like I was. Like I came into college, I was only like 155. Grew to be like 185, but I hit the weights pretty hard, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I really do think that you need to do more. I talked to you about this a little bit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Do more, for
Do
real.
more.
Do
Yeah.
more. That's my message, bro. Do more. Even if you think that you're doing enough, bro, I promise you, you're not.
Yeah.
Um, if you want to make it to the next level, bro, you have to be addicted to the
Mm-hmm.
process. You have to, bro. You have to, because these dudes eat, sleep, breathe football. They
Yeah.
do. You have to be addicted to your process, man, and that's eating right, recovering, getting sleep, asking questions, watching film, perfecting your craft, doing field work. Do more, man.
Mm-hmm.
Do more. It doesn't matter what it is. Do more.
Without a
And
doubt,
I
man.
mean the last little aspect, bro, for real. Like do your homework too, man. Stay eligible. That's how a coach depends on you. That's the message too, man. Be dependable.
Yeah.
If you can't get your GPA straight, they can't trust you on that field, man. They
Nope.
can't. They can't. You there to get your degree too, because
Get
that's
that
gonna carry
paper.
you through life as well. So that's important too. But yeah, that's my little spiel on that, man.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I agree with everything that you're saying. I like the do more aspect that you're talking about. Because at the end of the day, whatever you're doing, your opponents are going to be doing the same thing.
Right.
The oppositions are going to be doing the same workouts, the same training regimen. They're going to be doing the same eating habits. They're going to have the same eating habits, but you want to be better. So you got to do
Right.
more in order to be better. Whether that be weight room, whether that be on the field, off the field, whether that be in the classroom, whether that be what you eat, how
Hmm.
you sleep, how you stretch, everything. Like you just got to do more. You got to be willing to do it, and it's gonna put you not only further ahead, maybe in the depth chart or like where you want to be weight wise or speed wise, but it's gonna put you further
Hmm.
in terms of being more prepared when you're going into Saturdays and into practice, things like
For
that.
sure.
The little things.
For
So
sure.
um, if you guys were watching, I
For
really do
sure.
appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Twitch, YouTube, same handle. They both the same. And then I got my TikTok on there as well. Let me point it out right here. Right there at the bottom. It's Sammy.Tay_K. So I got all three of my handles on there now. I'm going to start going live either on Twitch and TikTok or YouTube and TikTok. I don't know yet. I'm going to start using TikTok more because I can go live on there. I got my permissions back. So I'm going to start doing that more from now on. And like I said, if you guys are watching, please stay blessed. Have a great rest of your day.